So, good morning, everyone. Welcome to this lecture of Oracle Database Administration. Uh, Today, we are going to start database creation. Okay. Yeah. Till yesterday, we have completed the software installation, the VMware installation, Linux installation, and the Oracle database software installation, and everything is done, right? So today, we are going to deal with database creation. We will create a database. Now, I have one question to you people. Okay, before I start the database creation, I have one question to you people so that you people can answer me accordingly. I will start the database creation. Okay, my question to you people, and please, everyone should be interactive in the session, no sleeping. It's my request because these are the initial stages of the class, and slowly request will become as order. Okay, so don't go in that way, please. So please don't sleep. Okay, you will not sleep, I understand, but still wake up and try to be interactive, very interactive with me, right? So the question is database creation can be done in two methods. So database creation can be done in two methods. Method number one, automation means automated method. And method number two, manual database creation. There are two types we can create a database can be created in two methods. Method number one, automated method. Method number two, manual method. In method number one, automated method, what is the automated method is, there will be a tool where we can actually log into the VMware, and just by clicking, how did you install the software yesterday? Just by clicking next, the software got installed. Yes or no, everyone?
Yes,
Yes,
Trishna.
sir. Yes.
Sir,
In the same way, to create a database, there is automated method also, where Oracle has given us a tool inside the VMware or Linux. If we go to the Oracle software, there is a tool where we can click next, and database will be created. Okay, it's easy method. But you people are learning database, Oracle database administration for the first time. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes,
yes,
Trishna.
sir.
Do you people know how to create a database without
No,
me explaining?
No.
sir,
No.
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 No, right? So you people are laymen's. Laymen's to Oracle database administration. So you people don't know how to create a database. Okay. So it's my responsibility to make you people understand how to create a database and why we are creating a database. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So I'll tell you these two methods. You people only pick which method I have to tell. Okay. So automated method, it is an easy method. Why it is an easy method? Just by clicking next, database will be created. Yeah, database will be created. Easy. But okay, this is the easiest method actually. I'll just open the tool. And just click on next. Database will be created. But you people will learn nothing. Manual method, it is a hard method or tough method. Tough, I don't say it is a tough method. It is a tough method, but people will learn entire database subject in one class, in one session. Okay, in one session you people will understand what is database. In one session, just by creating a manual database, you people will understand what exactly is a database. I mean to say, like, in definition of database, you people will understand definition of database, why we are actually creating database, what is the definition of a database. Okay, and everything you people will understand. So these are the two methodologies that we actually follow. I mean, there are two methodologies where we can create a database. I mean to say, so one is the automated method. It is a very much easy method, but Just by clicking next, what you people will understand? Nothing you people will understand. Manual method, I don't say it is a toughest method. I don't say it is a tough method, but yes, because you people are first time, you people are doing for the first time, right? So obviously it will take little bit time. What you people need to do here is you just need to follow my instructions. Point number one. Point number two, what you people need to do is just blindly execute what I am executing. That's it. Just blindly execute what I'm executing. That's it. And what I'm typing, you have to type and blindly execute and create a database. But at the time of creating a database, you people please, what do you say, like read with your mouth. Just don't simply, keep silent and create a database. No, read with your mouth. Whatever, whenever you are typing, read with your mouth, and then you type, and then you create a database. You will understand a lot of things. You'll understand a lot of things. Okay, now this is my question to you people. Everyone should answer. My question to you people is, should we go with the first method, or should we go with the second method? You people only decide.
Second method.
Manual. We need to
method.
do second method.
Second method, bro.
Okay. Now, whoever is not replying, I am removing them from the session. Now tell me, which method we will follow, first method or second method?
Second
Second
method.
one.
Second method.
Second one.
Second method.
Or question both.
Now, everyone accepted for the second method, and yes, even if you people tell we will go with the second method, or even if you people don't tell that we'll go with the second method, I will tell second method only. That's my way of teaching style. That's my way of teaching style, and that's why I'm successful today. Okay, that's my way of teaching style, right? I'll go with the second method only. And for people, for person, only one person who spoke that, I want to learn both. So please teach both. Yes, I will teach both. I will not skip anything. But this automated session, if I teach, what happens, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you a very simple example. Automated session, if I explain you how to create a database automatically, first I'll explain you manually. Then you people will, I mean, you ask me, right? One of the teammate asked us that please explain the first method also. If I explain both the second method and first method, then at the time of practicing, what you people do, you people will choose first method, because we are lazy people, right? So obviously you will not go with the manual method. You will just go with the next method. So I will not teach this right now. I'll not teach this right now. I'll teach this at the end of the course. End of the course. End of the course meaning end of module 1, not the entire course. End of module 1. Okay. So initially we'll only go with the manual method. That's the answer for person who asked me to teach both. Yeah, I'll teach both. I'll not skip, but I'll teach this at the end of the course. Okay. Today we are going to deal with the manual database creation. Manual database creation. Okay. If you people, if you people like feel like, there are two things. One, don't feel it as tough. It's very, very easy actually. It's very, very easy. You know why and how? At the time of database creation, because you people are doing it for the first time. You people are doing it for the first time. It will take 1 hour to create one database. Okay, no problem. For the second database, 45 minutes it should take. Okay. For the third database, it should take 30 minutes. For the fourth database, it should take 15 minutes. For the fifth database, it should take 10 minutes. For the sixth database, it should take 5 minutes. That's it. It should not be more than 5 minutes. Actually, manual database creation can be done in 5 minutes. It can be done in 5 minutes, yes. But today's session will take 1 hour. Why? Because you people are doing it for the first time. It will take 1 hour, yes. But in general, if you keep on practicing, the manual database creation can be done in 5 minutes. And yes, At the time of database creation, if you people feel like challenging, or if you people feel like, okay, I have stuck somewhere, definitely I'll give you one option. Please go through the recording. Please go through the recording. That is why I'm giving you all the recordings. Wherever you stuck, go through the recording. Don't directly depend on people. If you depend on people, what happens? I'll explain you. I'll explain you. If you depend on people, what happens is simple. You'll become habituated. You'll become lazy. You don't open your brain. You don't think. You don't think individually. The individual mentality will be lost. Yes, you have mentors to help. I agree. You have me to help. I agree. But don't depend directly. First, you try. If it is not working, go through the video. Still not working, then you people contact your mentors. If they are not available, contact me. I will help you. But directly don't go and depend on them. Directly don't go and don't come and depend on me. First, you people give a try. Or else what happens, it's not that, I'm not telling please do not ask don't ask mentors, don't ask me. No, I always keep telling, please take the help from mentors. Please take the help from me. I'll always tell this, but you directly don't depend on us. You have the recording, right? You directly don't depend on us. If you make that as a habit, that will be a very big problem once you join to any of the company, any organization. If you join, that will become a very big problem, because you will be habituated for depending on some other person. So what happens? Even if it is a silly doubt also, even if it is a silly issue that you are facing, once you join into the organization, again you keep depending. That will become habit, and you keep calling someone else, like me or like mentors, someone. Again you keep calling, even if you join the company also. No, self-explanatory things are there which you have to explain yourself and try to fix the issue self, so that to avoid little bit, not completely, because you people are very beginners. So to avoid little bit of dependency. So slowly start avoiding dependency. Slowly, not right now. I'm talking not right now. By the end of the course, you should become perfect, and you should be ready to take the mentorship for the next batch. Everyone able to understand what I'm talking, right? Am I making sense?
Yes,
You are able to understand
yes.
my English?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes.
You can understand.
If you people understood, I am expecting some kind of response from you people. Okay. Now the question is, are we ready to learn how to create a manual database? Let's start.
Yes.
Start.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, done. So let's start the manual database creation. So we use a tool called Putty. Actually, this is a Putty. What does this Putty means? Putty is a remote configuration tool, means remote connectivity. This is a Pune DC. The server name is Pune DC, right? Server name is Pune DC. Okay. And every time you don't have to log in, every time you don't have to go inside the VMware. Every time you don't have to go inside the VMware, type Oracle, okay. Every time you don't have to go inside the VMware and start working. Without going inside the VMware, for example, where is the server? The server is in Pune location. The server is in Pune location. And my laptop, this is my laptop. I am in some other location. Say US, UK, London, Delhi, wherever. I am in some other location. So from my laptop, I want to connect to this server from my laptop. How do I connect? I use Putty to connect to this machine from my machine. How? With the help of IP address. Okay. So you people are connecting for the first time, right? So how do you connect this? First, you have to download Putty. First, you have to download Putty. Download putty from Google. There are putty tools available. Putty download, we call it as putty download. Download putty. This is the link putty.org. Putty.org. Just click here. Click here. Automatically download will happen. I think it will route to the next page. Yeah. This 64-bit putty is there, right? You just download the 64-bit putty and install on your machine, laptop, right? After putty is downloaded, there is some IP address of your server, right? IP address of the server. There will be IP address of the server. What is the IP address of my server? ifconfig. My server IP address is 192.168.1.9. So come outside. Now we don't need this VMware to be login anymore. We don't need this VMware to be logged in anymore. So type the server IP address here in putty that you want to connect 192 dot. Yeah. Login as Oracle. Password as Oracle. Done. And change the settings. Change settings. Colors. Use system colors. Appearance. Change the font to bold italic 14. Click OK. Go to the session. Okay. And type here as Pune DC. Okay, Pune DC. Save. Done. The settings are permanently saved. The settings are permanently saved now. So the settings are permanently saved. From the next time onwards, you just need to power on the VMware, and then come to putty, and the settings are permanently saved, right? Pune DC 55. Just double click, it will open like this. So now as you have the recording, you people have to do it on your own. Okay, fine. So now let's start the database creation. Okay. For every session we have documents, so you people don't worry. For every session there is a document. So this is a database creation document. Okay, I'll give you this document to you people, so you people don't have to worry. So manual database creation method, right? So step number 1. So we are going with step number 1. We have logged into the server as Oracle. See here, we have logged into the server as Oracle. And then step number 1, making required directories. Okay, making required directories. Right. So we need to make required directories. What are the directories that we need to make? What are the required directories that we need to make? Here, very simple. Where we are creating database? We are creating database in prod. First, you need to check ID, which user you are. We should be in Oracle user. You should be in Oracle user. Next, we have to create database in prod, right? Prod. We have 3 mount points. /stage to store the software, /u01 to install the software, /prod to create the database, right? So we'll go to /prod. Yeah, now we are in /prod. Right. Now create directories. Create some directories that you want to, which database you want to create. Create with that name. Create some directories. mkdir. First, I'll check how many databases are there before. This is a previous server. MCT, ICICMX. So let's create a database with the name SBI. Database. We'll create a SBI database, right? mkdir SBI. Done. I've created a directory. mkdir SBI. Check whether the directory is created or not. Yes, SBI directory is created. Right. Now go inside SBI. Okay, go inside SBI, CD SBI. Now create subdirectories, mkdir admin, one directory, mkdir Aura data, two directories. Check both the directories, admin and Aura data present. Both are there. So first I have, see, I'll repeat. First I entered into prod, CD prod, and then I have created SBI inside prod. Inside prod, I have created SBI directory. Then I again went into SBI directory, CD SBI. I have created two subdirectories, admin and Aura data. So directories creation is done. Next, set the database environment in Aura tab. Set the database environment in Aura tab. Now, I have to explain you something. For example, I need your answers actually. You take any text document in Windows. In Windows, you take any text document. You take any text document. This is a text document. You take any text document, and you just typed in something else. You just typed in something else. Okay. Now you want to save this file. How do you save this file? Tell me. Who will tell me how to save this file?
Go to file and
I'll
save.
save.
Go to file and save.
Control S.
File and save.
Control
File and save.
file as
File and save. Okay. File and save. Save. Okay. Fine. Yeah. Anyway. Test. I have saved it now. I have saved it. So I can open this. Test. Yeah, I'm able to open this, right? And I'm able to see this. How did you open? You just did double click on the text document. Double click on the text document. The document is open. Now you're typing something else in the second line. In the second line, you're typing something else. Now, how to quit without saving? Without saving, how can I close this? Without saving, I don't know.
Close.
Exit.
Close button.
Click the
Close
close button.
without saving.
It
Don't
will
save.
ask whether do you save or don't save.
don't
Don't
save.
save.
Click on don't save. Now try to open this. Yeah, the line is not saved. The second line is not saved. Only one line is there. This is how you do it in Windows. In Windows, this is how we do it. Everyone knows this, right?
Yes.
Everyone knows this in Windows, right?
Yes, sir.
How to save, how
No,
to
no.
quit without saving that in the text document. Everyone knows this. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, right. But in Linux, that is not the case. In Linux, if you want to open any text document or any editable file, if you want to open any editable file, remember this point. If you want to open any editable file in Linux, everything we will do with the help of commands only. Commands. So, how to open a text document in Linux? With the help of VI editor. VI editor. There's VI. We will use VI. Okay. So set the database name in Aura tab for environment. How do you do it? First, go to CD/etc. Step number 2. Step number 2. CD/etc. Okay. Now open the text file. Open the editable file. How to open an editable file in Windows? Just double click. The file will be opened. You write anything. But in Linux, you open with VI. VI file name. File name is Aura tab. Enter. Now here you have to type and register your database name. You have to type and register your database name. For you people, this will be nothing. There will be 0. This is my previous databases. These are my previous databases. So you ignore right now. Okay, for you it will be blank here, and only these blue lines will be there for you people. For you people, only blue lines will be there. So what you need to do, you need to make this arrow, down arrow. Okay, down arrow. And now you have to type. How do you type? You have opened with VI file name. Okay, fine, that's okay. How do you type here? You have to go to insert mode. Then only you will type. Then only you will be able to type in this file. How to go to insert mode? Just click I. If you click I, it will be insert mode. Now completely come to this line, to the empty line, completely come to the empty line and register your database here. What is your database? SBI. What is your Oracle home, guys? U01/U01/app L.
Slash Oracle.
Zero slash
DB underscore one.
Now at the end you give colon Y.
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 You give colon Y or colon Y. You give colon Y at the end, right? Now you need to save the file, right? You need to save the file. How do you save a file? How do you save a text document here? How did you save a text document here? Just by clicking Control S, or you went to the file and you saved in Windows. In the same way, how to save this line now? How to save this? Escape. Listen carefully. Escape colon. Colon means this symbol. Colon. Escape colon WQ exclamatory mark. The file is saved. You can open the file and see. See, the line is saved. Now you want to type something else. Go to insert mode. Okay, now I'm in insert mode. I'm typing something else. Okay, now I don't want to save this line. I want to quit without saving. Escape colon, see here, colon Q exclamatory mark. Enter. See, the line is not saved. Okay, see, to save, escape plus colon WQ exclamatory mark to save. To quit without saving, escape colon Q exclamatory mark. Okay, so this is how I saved it. I saved it. So step number 2 is completed. This step is completed. What? Setting the database name or registering the database name in ORATAP. Done. Now set the environment. Step number 3 or step number 2, whatever. Set the environment. How do you set environment? Simple, by giving this command: dot space or inv. Dot space or inv. Dot space or env. Enter. Now give your database name SBI. Enter. That's it. It is set. The Oracle environment is set. Next, step number 3. Set the database parameters in the P file. Now to create a database, what we need to do is, before we creating a database, there are some parameters. That we have to set. Okay, there are some parameters which is very, very important. We need to set these parameters to create a database. We need to set these parameters. Without setting these parameters, we cannot create a database. Right? Now, lot of people will do spelling mistakes at the time of typing these parameters. Other than that, this is my almost 55th, right? So what I mean to say, I saw a lot of students, a lot of people, what they are doing, where they are doing mistakes is spelling mistakes. That's it. Other than that, they are actually doing very brilliant job, and they're completing the database creation in the first attempt, very, very short time only, which I appreciate it. Okay, so you people also will complete in very short time only. I have a lot of confidence on you people, but most of the time what you people have do is, a lot of people will commit mistakes is spelling mistakes. That's it. Okay, spelling mistakes at the time of typing. You give spelling mistakes, so that's okay, fine. How many mistakes you will do, that much you will learn. This is a learning phase. Whatever mistakes you have to do, you do it here only, and you learn here only. This is the learning phase. Once you enter into the organization, no chance or no scope to commit mistakes. Okay, so now parameter file, database parameter file. So you go to this location. Okay, Oracle home DBS. You go to this location. CD. This is my Oracle home. U01 app Oracle product 11.1.0 DB_1. So go to this location, CD/U01 app Oracle product 11.1.0 DB_1. And there is one more location called DBS. Go to DBS. Now you are in DBS. Go to this location. CD user1 app Oracle product 11.1.0 DB_1 DBS. Now you are in this location. Here you have to open a file, parameter file. What is the parameter file? Vi init sbi.ora. Okay. Vi init sbi.ora. Okay. Now what you need to do? You need to open this and go to insert mode. Go to insert mode and start typing the parameters one by one. Whatever parameters are there, you start typing it. Okay. DB_name is equal to SBI compatible is equal to 1.0. Okay. Next, DB_block_size is equal to 4096. Okay. Next, DB_cache cache_size is equal to DB cache size. If you DB cache size 150, shared pool shared underscore pool underscore size is equal to 120M, and log underscore buffer is equal to 20,000. Okay. Next, control underscore files is equal to /prod/sbi/admin/ Aura data / control01.ctl. Okay. control01.ctl. Next, undo underscore table space is equal to undo tbs. Okay. Undo tbs. Next, undo underscore management. Okay. Now what we'll do is, anyways, you people will definitely write some spelling mistakes. So wantedly, we will do some spelling mistakes and see what happens. Okay. And where we will have the issue, we will see it. Wantedly, I will write one mistake. See, undo underscore management. The spelling is management. This is actual spelling. I'll type something else. Management, something like that. Okay, is equal to auto. This is spelling mistake. You see, undo underscore management is equal to auto. Okay. Next, diagnostic underscore test is equal to /prod/sbi/admin. Now I'll save this. I'm saving it. I've saved it. Only one spelling mistake that I have done is undo management, like that, something like that. Okay, that's the spelling mistake that I have done. Right. Wantedly, at the time of parameters, while writing the parameters, I have given that spelling mistake wantedly to show you or to explain you where we will get the issue at the time of database creation, where we will get the issue, so that how can we solve the problem, just to explain you. Okay. Next database creation script. Go to cd prod db name, cd/prod database name is SBI. Okay, and open a database creation script, vi db create.sql. Go to insert mode and start writing the database creation script. This is the database creation script. Create database. SBI. Enter. Okay. Data file. Single quotes /prod/sbi/ Aura data /system01.dbf Okay, size some 200 m or 300 m, anything, 200 MB. Okay, 200 m, you can give 300 m also, 300 m, right? Next, sysocs data file, single quote slash prod slash SBI slash ora data slash sysocs 01.dbf, single quotes close, size 100 m, size 100 m. Yeah. Next, undo space table space, undo table space, undo TBS data file space, single quotes slash prod slash SBI slash ora data slash undo TBS 01.dbf. Okay, size 100 m. Okay, next, default DEFAULT, default temporary TEMPORARY, temporary table space temp file, single quotes slash prod slash SBI. Oh my god, sometimes you people will get this kind of what you people have to do at this time when you see this kind of things. What you people do, escape colon Q exclamatory mark, escape colon Q exclamatory mark. You will come back again. Go to insert mode and start typing from where you stopped. Default temporary table space temp file slash prod slash SBI slash ora data slash temp 01.dbf, size 100 m. Okay, next, default DEFAULT, default table space users data file single quotes slash prod slash SBI slash ora data slash users 01.dbf, single quotes close, size 100 m or size 200 m, anything, 200 m, right? Next, log file, okay, group space 1 space single quotes slash prod slash SBI slash ora data slash redo 1a dot log, single quotes close, size 50 m, comma. Next, group space 2 space single quotes slash prod slash SBI slash ora data slash redo 2a dot log. I mean, the way that I'm actually reading and writing, right? Reading and typing, you also do like that only. Size 50 m, 50 m, 50 m, and no comma. Okay, character set UTF-8 semicolon at the end, semicolon, and enter. That's it. This is the database creation script. Okay, this is the database creation script which is there here, very clear. Create database name, data file, system01.dbf, sysocs data file, sysocs01.dbf, undo table space undo tbs 01.dbf, default temporary table space temp 01.dbf, users 01.dbf, log file group 1 redo 1a.log, group 2 redo 2a.log, and character set UTF-8, and save the file. Escape colon WQ exclamatory one. Done. Now the file is ready. What is the next step? The next step is grant read and execute to. Okay, that's okay, not required. Fine. Now connect to the database now. as sysdba and start the database in no mount state. So how do you connect? You connect with the help of SQL plus slash as sysdba. How do you connect to database? SQL plus enter. So it is asking username slash as sysdba. We are DBS, so we are connecting as DBA. Now it will be connected. It will be connected to idle instance. It will be connected to idle. You have to start up no mount. You have to do startup no mount. Let's try to start the database. I mean, database is not created yet. Try to start. What happens? You see. Enter. See, it is kicking you. It is kicking you out. What is the error that it is kicking you when you give startup no mount? Who can tell me what is this error?
Manager.
Management.
Manager.
Spelling mistake.
Management.
It is kicking us. So exit, go back, cd/user1/app/oracle/product/11.1.0/db_1/dbs. Go to this location, vi init sbi.ora and change the spelling. _management. Save it. Okay, save it. Okay, and save it. Right, _management and save it. Once you saved this, go back, cd space minus means from which location you came, you will go back to that location. Minus, you came from SBA, you go back to that location. From Oracle Home DBS, you go back to this location. Prod SBA. Okay. Now you have corrected the spelling mistake, right? So again, try to connect to SQL plus /sysdba and try to give startup no mount. This time, see what happens. This time it will be working. So if there is a spelling mistake, startup no mount will not work. If there is no spelling mistakes in Oracle Home DBS P file, this will work. Okay, done. This step is completed. Startup no mount is completed. Next, before we create a database, I want to talk about alert log file. What is this alert log file? Very, very, very important file for a DBA, database administrator. Alert log file is a very, very important file for a database administrator. Why? Because the file name itself is telling alert log file means whatever the things happening in the database, everything will be captured in log file. So what happens? We can open the log file, keep that log file and see what is happening in the database. We can see what is happening in the database. So this alert log file will give some very good information. Like for example, if there is any error, okay, the alert log file will catch the error and it will show you so that you can fix easily. So please use this alert log file and every time, not only me, not only you people who are having 8 years experience, 10, 20, 4 years, 1 year experience or 35 years experience also. If there is any issue in the database, and we are not able to understand what is the issue in the database, we also depend on alert log file only. We will also depend on alert log file only. That is the power of alert log file. It will give you the solution. It can give you the solution in minutes. See, it's very simple. If you understand the problem, you will get the solution. How can we understand the problem? By looking at the alert log file and see what exactly happened at that time. So alert log file is a file which actually captures time to time live information, what is happening in the database. That is about alert log file. Now how to check the alert log file location? Just type in show parameter back. So this is the alert log file location. Right? Just do a right click, duplicate session, open one more session, duplicate session, Oracle Oracle. Oracle. Okay. Now what's happening then? Oracle. Yeah. Oracle. And now you type this location /prod/sba/admin/diag. Go to that location. cd/prod/sba/admin/diag/rdbms SBI, SBI trace. Go to this location and now open the alert log file. How do you open alert log file? Any file, any editable file can be opened with VI. I told you VI. You can open with VI alert log file also, but alert log file should not be opened with VI because we will not edit the file. Alert log file should not be opened with VI. It should be opened with tail. There are two things: one head, second tail. Okay. If you want to see on the top lines, first lines of alert log file, you will use head. If you want to see the latest lines of the alert log file, you use tail. So use tail space -f alert log file. Okay, just keep this aside. If you ever to avoid confusion, keep this aside like this. And now you create a database here. You start creating a database. Keep this aside and start creating a database. See, check the alert log file location by using this command. Take another session. Open the database log file to monitor what's happening in the database. I have went to this location and I have opened tail of alert log file. Now go back to the first session and execute the database creation script. Start monitoring what's happening in the second session. Simple. Go back to the first session, execute the database creation script. You have the database creation script, right? Vi dbcreate.sql. This is the database creation script. To connect to SQL Plus, execute the database creation script. At the rate, you have to execute this. At the rate dbcreate.sql. Okay, execute the database creation script and go back to this session and monitor what's happening here, whether the database is creating or not. You can monitor from the alert log file. Just click enter. It says create database is invalid option. There is some spelling mistake. Here. There is some spelling mistake here. What is the spelling mistake? /prod/sbi/oradata temp. Okay. Just check what is the spelling mistake. We'll exit out of here. We'll open dbcreate.sql again. Default temporary table space temp file. Default temporary table space temp file is correct only, right? Check. Go back and check.
Double temp.
Default temporary table space temp. We did not give temp. Default temporary table space name is temp. 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 Yeah. Temp file. Yeah. Save it now. Now save it. Now again connect back to SQL Plus. DBA at the rate dbcreate.sql. Enter. Now go back here and monitor what's happening here. See. It is creating all the files. First, it is creating system01.dbf system file. Second, it will create sysoc01.dbf sysocs file. Is it? Yeah, sysoc01.dbf sysocs file. Next, undo tbs01.dbf undo table space undo tbs file. Next, it is creating users file temporary file temp01.dbf temp file. Next, it is creating user01.dbf users file, and database is created. Wait, it will give a message. Okay, see, database created successfully. Database created. Now the database is ready. Now what you need to do? After the database is creation, the last and final step. After the database is created, the last and final step is, you will get this message. And after the last database is created, the last step is post scripts. You have to run three scripts. You have to run post scripts. There are three scripts which you have to run after the database is created. What are the three scripts? First script @ // rdbms/admin/catalog. First script catalog.sql. Script number 1. Once the first script is completed, you have to run the second script @@rdbms/admin.catproc.sql. Now, you people can ask, sir, what is this question mark? @ means @ is used for executing any file. Why we use @
Executing file.
For
to
executing
execute any file. To execute
file.
any file, we will use @. Then what is this question mark? What is this question mark? What is this question mark? What is our Oracle home location? Who will tell me? What is our Oracle home location?
/U01
/U01
/app
/app /oracle /product
/oracle
/db_1.0 /db_.
/0/pp_1.
Okay, fine. So it's /user1/app/oracle/product/11.1.0/db_1. Yes. There is a shortcut of that location. Means you don't have to type the complete path. You just simply give question mark. It will pick the Oracle home path. The shortcut to Oracle home is question mark. Shortcut to Oracle home. Question mark means shortcut to Oracle home. User1 app oracle product 11.1.0 db_1. Instead of typing the entire /user1/app/oracle/product/11.1.0/db_1, instead of typing all these things, you just give a question mark here. In SQL, I'm talking about SQL. Okay. So if you want, I'll show you practical. See, @ I'm giving the entire path now. /user1/app/oracle/product slash what is that? User1 app oracle product 11.1.0/db_1. Okay. Now after that you give rdbms admin catproc.sql. rdbms admin catproc.sql. Done. See, till here it is Oracle home, right? Till here it is Oracle home. So I can actually give question mark instead of typing all these things. Instead of typing all the user1 app oracle product 11.1.0 db_, I can give question mark /rdbms admin. But just for your understanding, I'm giving. See, it is executing now. So what did we understand here? We understood that in SQL, question mark is nothing but shortcut to Oracle home. Shortcut to Oracle home is nothing but that is question mark. Okay, that is applicable only in SQL when we connect to SQL. Okay, now how many people know what is SQL? How many people know what is SQL?
Is it abbreviation or
Definition.
Anything, abbreviation, definition,
it's
anything.
like a
Structured query language.
query language?
Okay. Right. So how many, remaining people don't know what is SQL, right? Answer cheste, I'll help you. Answer cheyakapothe,
Yes, we don't know.
remaining people who did not answer, whether you people know what is SQL or not.
No, don't know.
bro.
You don't know. So తెలియకపోయినా no problem. If you people don't know, you will learn more. If you people know, also should learn more. లేకపోతే lazy అయిపోతారు. Okay. So yeah, I'll tell you what is SQL. Anyways, the next class ade. What is next session? Tomorrow's session is that only. Not, tomorrow if you people create database, that's okay. Tomorrow's session is that only. Yeah. SQL basics. Tomorrow's session is SQL basics only. We are creating database today. Tomorrow's session is SQL basics. Right. Documents. SQL basics. Okay. Tomorrow session is SQL basics, which I'll show you. Once if you people complete the database creation, then I can show you, right? The second script is running. Once the second script is completed, then you have to run the third script also. Then database creation will be completed successfully. Then the database creation will be completed successfully, right? Now I'll tell you what is SQL. I'll tell you what is SQL. Simple. SQL is a structured query language. I'll give you an overview of SQL. SQL is a structured query language, which is a non-coding language. There is no coding involved. There is no coding involved. Zero coding. The database administration itself is a zero coding course. Okay. Database administration itself is a zero coding course. Okay. SQL is a structured query language, which is a non-coding language. It is not a coding language. It is a non-coding language, but it is a structured query language. Then why we are using SQL? Simple. Then why we are using SQL? Very simple. Why? Because in which language I'm talking to you? People, tell me. In which language I'm talking with you? I'm talking to you people.
English.
English, right?
Telugu.
Why I'm talking to you people in English? Because you people are able to understand my language. Yes or no?
Yes.
Everyone.
Yes.
So if you people are not responding, then I'll think like you people don't know English. You people are not able to understand English. So I'm talking to you in a English language. Why I'm talking to you in English language? Because you people are able to understand my English language. Yes or no?
Yes. Correct.
Yes.
Okay. So let me remove this down people who are not responding. I'll remove them from the class. I'm monitoring your names. Whoever not responding, I'll remove them from the class. Okay. Okay, fine. So yeah, as I said, like I'm talking to you in such a language that you people are able to understand my language, and I'm talking to you in such a language that we people are able to communicate with each other. Okay, we are able to communicate with each other. In the same way, Oracle database to communicate or to talk to Oracle database, we use a language called SQL, so that Oracle database will understand that language. Oracle database will understand that language. So we are talking with Oracle database in a language called SQL, so that Oracle database will understand that language. That is why we use SQL to talk to Oracle database. And this SQL, this language, is it a difficult language or easy language? It is a dead easy. I can say dead easy. Why? If you know how to type words in English, if you know English, that's it. It's very, very easy language. Dead easy language. See, like this it will be. It will be like this only. We'll type in English. That's it. If you know English, SQL language is very easy. SQL language is very, very easy. Tomorrow I'll explain you about SQL language. Don't worry. Okay. So why we use SQL, I told you. I am communicating with you people in English. Why? Because you are able to understand my language. In the same way, we have to talk to Oracle database on a day-to-day basis. Our job is that only, right? As a DBA, we have to talk to Oracle databases only. So which language I have to talk to Oracle database? I have to talk to Oracle database in SQL language only. Why? Because Oracle database understands only SQL language. Understand what I'm talking?
Yes.
So tomorrow we will learn SQL language. So once the second script is executed, we have to run the third script. So second script will take time, Amma. Second script in some laptops, second script will take 20 minutes. In some laptops, second script will take 5 minutes. In for some people, second script might take 30 minutes also. Why? Depending on the RAM of your server. What is the RAM that you have given to the server? I have given 2 GB, I think so. 2 GB. Yeah, I've given 2 GB RAM. So depending on the RAM of the server, it is performing. So once the second script is completed, then what we'll do, we'll execute the third script. The third one is @ question mark. Now you understand, right? What is question mark? What is the meaning of question mark? You people understood?
Yes, sir.
Shortcut to Oracle Home.
Yes.
It's a shortcut. It's a shortcut to Oracle Home. Right. Second script is still in progress. Once the second script is completed, we'll execute the third script. Okay, so second script is completed successfully. We need to run the third script. What is third script? @ SQL plus admin pubbld.sql. We have to connect to system user, system by manager. System is the user, password is manager. Connect system is the username / manager is the password. Connected. Okay. Now run the third script @ /SQL plus admin pubbld pubbld.sql. Yes, done. Exit. Connect to SQL plus / sysdba. Now database creation is completed successfully, including the post scripts. Then you need to type this SQL query. This is a SQL query. You need to type this: select name, comma, created, comma, sys date from v $database. Enter. This is the one. Select status from v $instance. I need this screenshot. I need this screenshot. Everyone, today, I need this screenshot like this. You have to take the screenshot, copy and paste in the group. Please paste in the group. Just copy this and paste in the group. Hi sir, database creation completed successfully. You have to paste this output in the group. There's a tool called snipping tool. In every laptop there will be a snipping tool. Just click new, take a screenshot, do a right click, copy and paste in the group. That your database creation is successfully completed. I want this output screenshot to be mentioned in the group by everyone. Understood what I'm talking?
Okay, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Christian.
Fine.
Okay, bro.
So that's it for the day, guys. This is about the database creation. If you people have any questions, I am giving the recording right now. Immediately, I will give once the session is completed. I'll give right now the database recording once the class is completed. Okay. Within next 30 minutes, 30 to 40 minutes, you will receive the class recording link. Okay. And document also. I'll give you this document also. You people first try yourself. Please try yourself. If it is not working, check the recording. Keep the recording aside. Still not working, then contact your mentors. 2 mentors, Naveen and Soumya. If still they are not available, contact me. This is the option. These are the steps. Directly don't go to your mentors. First, you people give a try, ma. Check the recording, check the document, give a try, see what sir is doing. Recording is a very, 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 very great asset. Kada. Who will give recordings? Asal meek recordings enduku ivvali? Is there any rule that I have to give you recording? Tell me, you people only tell me.
No.
Is there any
No, sir.
agreement? Is there any agreement that I gave you that I'll give you recording? No, there is no agreement. But why I'm giving? Understand the importance of the recording. Why I'm giving? Meer kashtapadaddu. I mean to say like kashtapadadu in the sense like ekkada stop avaddu. You people should not stop anywhere at the time of practice. Meeku ibbandi undakudadu. And I'm giving recording. So use these recordings. Use these recordings and complete the session on time. Still after listening to recording at the time of typing also, you people have any questions? Yeah, go to the mentors. Always we are open 24/7. Nobody is open 24/7 in this world. I can bet on that. Everyone have a sleeping time. Everyone will have a sleeping time, but we don't have a sleeping time. You people don't worry. On record, I'm saying Naveen is available in the night shift. Soumya is available in the morning shift. I am available 24/7 for you. Even in the midnight you call, I'll answer the call and I can help you on the call. So we are there to help you. So please utilize us also. Once you give a try, still you people are having problem, you utilize us. We are there to help you anytime. But first you give a try and then come to us. So I want this screenshot to be posted. I want this screenshot to be posted by everyone today. The database creation completed successfully. That's it from my side. I have 5 minutes of time or 4 minutes of time to answer your questions. Any questions are acceptable. Okay. Any question is acceptable. Feel free to ask me questions. I'll be helping, with my answers and make sure that, you people are up to date. Other than that, I have nothing to share today. That's it. That's it all about the database creation, guys. And this is about the manual database creation. Thank you so much for joining. And the Q&A is starting now. Please start asking your questions. Thank you.